after this. So, um, no questions. All right. All right, let's go to the Dolphins then. I can talk about the Dolphins for days. All right. I think that this question has been asked by pretty much everybody I've talked to. Is Tua the future for the Dolphins? Yeah, I guess. There's no easy way to answer that question. He was better down the stretch when the sliders changed, so we'll see. I mean, and he definitely was better than last year. I mean, more yards, better rating, less touchdowns, but I still have a game. But 14 less interceptions is the big thing. He did take 15 more sacks with another game to go. Uh, he's been all around better this year, so I can't complain. He ran this year too, and he got a touchdown. So I mean, he's been a lot better. Najee Harris got off to a really slow start and then is having a really slow finish this season. But about midway through the season, his yards per carry were 2.7, so I can't really complain. He's got 1040 rushing, another 720 receiving, 102 receptions, so he's been really good down the stretch. Colin Hill, when he's played, has looked really, really good. This guy's whatever. I don't know. He's an Auburn guy. I'll probably keep him around just so Sam can't sign him. Um, I could, I guess, take another running back maybe to like offset. Like I'm not gonna bring Patrick Laird back. I'll probably release him just because he brings 86 speed. I guess he brings nothing. Miles Gaskin probably is gonna go, so I'll probably need another. I'm sorry, Sam. I probably need another running back just for depth. Receiver, it's a bunch of young guys, so it's been a rough start. It was a rough start to the season, but Rondell Moore's got mid and elite, so if he runs in routes, or inside the numbers, 10 to 20 yards, he's better, but I haven't seen that. But he had a slow start to the season, but I mean, he's got 820 yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't think he got any rushes, so he's been fine. Chris Olave really started slow. He was dropping everything early in the season, but 55 and for 809 and 3 touchdowns. He's been much better down the stretch. Jakeem Grant as a punt returner is really good. I'll probably keep him around just for that alone. Sage Surratt didn't get very much run because he was terrible early in the season. I think the guy who really is the standout for this group is Daz Newsome. He doesn't have the best numbers, but he didn't start the first few games, and he doesn't get a lot of action, but when he does, he's really good with the ball after the catch. So Gesicki had a fine year. I don't have to look at wide receiver and tight end. Like if the only guy left on the board is a wide receiver, for best player left, I'll take him, but that's not where I'm looking at. Randy Spencer is my legacy. He's been fine. He's not great, but what can you do? He's not good enough to get an all-pro team or an all-rookie team, or he couldn't have gotten an all-rookie team, but he'll be around for probably the duration of Madden just because that's a spot I don't have to waste a draft pick on. Wyatt Davis, I hate threat detector. It doesn't matter because it's not like I can do anything about the blitz, but the 0 sacks still. He's the future at that position. Eric Flowers is not the future of any position. He's given up 24 sacks or something this season. Let's look. He's been one of the worst players in the league. Yeah, 24 sacks this season. He's been absolutely terrible. He's gonna go probably if the penalty isn't too high. Drake Jackson, these guys their morale's down, but he's another guy who's given up 0 sacks. So, and then it's just a bunch of really my offensive line is a spot where I definitely could use some help. I'm gonna need another end. I mean, I could move Raekwon over there. He's still young. Christian is fine, but I'm not gonna spend. I think Emmanuel wants like something like 20 million over 2 years, and he hasn't performed as somebody who deserves that. Uh, Not sure if I'm gonna bring Damon back. I still have Gajshao, uh, and Daquan Jones, who I could resign. Quincy Roach has been an absolute stud for me, so I don't have to look very far. 14, 10 and a half, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. He must have recovered it in the end zone because he got 0 yards, but he's been really good for me. Middle linebacker, Jerome is, if he doesn't get superstar dev this season, I'm gonna be really mad. He's had an awesome year. Almost 200 tackles. With the last game about to go, he'll get to 200. 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, 10 deflections, a forced fumble, 2 touchdowns. Both of his interceptions went for touchdowns. I don't have to worry about that. And these guys are fine. Number 2 middle linebackers. I don't have to go anywhere. I mean, Camus has 5.5 sacks, 6 deflections. Like, he's been really, really good actually for 73 overall. Shaq Lawson, I'll probably end up re-signing him next offseason just because I don't think I'm going to find a lot better anywhere. I mean, he's got another 10 sacks this season, so he's been fine. And Van Ginkel is whatever. Jones is a stud. Farley has been really good. As a rookie, 77, 3 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 5 deflections. Just an all-around, like, really good, like, number 2 corner, which is what he needs to be. McCreary's also been pretty good as a rookie. 127 tackles. That doesn't mean much. That just means he's giving up a lot of passes, or he's coming up and cleaning up other people's. 7 tackles for loss, half a sack, an interception, 7 deflections. He's been fine. So secondary, or at least corner, I don't have to really do a lot with. Nick Needham and Nick Nelson are both young. Like, I'm not going to bring back Verrett because I don't need to. Safety is a spot where I'm probably going to... I like Brandon Jones. He's still young. But then, even at the other safety spot, I'm too old. So, safety could be a spot where I end up taking somebody. I don't need a kicker or a punter. And then I have my first, which will be probably between 5 and 10. 2 2s, 2 3s, a 4, 2 5s, and a 6. I don't have a 7th round, so it's whatever. Yeah, I've said it a few times on podcasts before. My team's probably 2 seasons out from really competing. We'll see what happens going forward, but I think that it's probably 2 to 3 years out from competing, especially in the NFC or AFC East, where it's really difficult to get off the ground. So, if there are any questions, I will take them about my team or whatever. Anything you guys want to ask, I'm more than happy to answer them. So, all right. Well, I'll do the spins for Sam, and I'll wait on the Colts, and I'll probably send the wheel to somebody so they can spin for me. So still to do, and then the other teams that are still in the playoffs. So good luck to everybody in the playoffs. So I'll be back in a few minutes to do my stream. So thanks.